Hi, everybody. Coming up on 3 o'clock, lots to get to, including the possibility of some low elevation snow in the Willamette Valley in Southwest Washington tonight, and then the latest on what still has the potential to be a significant winter storm Friday night into Saturday. Let's start with what is still one of the big weather headlines, and that is the blizzard warning in place today into tomorrow up on Mount Hood. You're looking at temperature, timberline 22. I mean, temperatures aren't horrific. Ski Bowl 25, Meadows 28. Here's government camp. Haven't seen a lot of traffic up there, which is good news, right? 28 degrees. Visibilities look very limited at times. The Siskiyou Summit, by the way, for travelers, remember on my portlandweather.com website, Mount Hood page, you can see these travel cameras. So the Siskiyou Summit, 30 degrees. That's not bad right now. Santiam is buried under snow. Willamette Pass is buried under snow. And then here's Cabbage Hill out over the Blues. That's not too bad, right? Clean pavement, 32 degrees, snow on the ground in the zigzag area, 1,500 feet in elevation on Highway 26, but the road is wet going up to government camp. The blizzard warning continues. I will tell you, when you get up just above 6,000 feet today, winds have been blowing between 50 and at one point there was a gust as high as 97 miles per hour. Now that was just above 6,000 feet. The winds haven't been as bad as perhaps advertised down at past level, but I think the blizzard warning is still a pretty good call. 12 to 24 inches of snow falling all total today through this evening. Now, right now, already Timberline's picked up 13, Meadows 14, and Ski Bowl 8 inches of snow. Look at the bases. Timberline 66 inches, Meadows 55, Ski Bowl 28. That's terrific. The Mount Hood snowpack, as of about an hour ago, remember the Mount Hood snowpack was at 29% of normal 2 weeks ago. Now it's at 54% of normal, and shall I say, surging. That's great news. So heavy snow is going to really pick up this evening. So 12 to 24 inches. Tomorrow, another 10 to 16. Thursday, 4 to 6. Friday's 4 to 6. Saturday, another 4 to 8 inches of snow. So this is all really good news. Notice the snow level on Saturday getting down quite low. Thank you very much. This is all courtesy of Hillcrest Sales and Service. They're a great Hillcrest ski and sports shop in Gresham. So thank you very much. They support my Mount Hood ski forecast page. All right. What about the gorge? This continues to be just wet. This is no problem. There were no problems this morning. It's 40 in Cascade Locks, 41 Hood River, 44 degrees in the Dows. I want to show you low temperatures overnight tonight, though. Here's the West Gorge, 34 degrees. And if I flip it to Hood River's forecast, 29. So I absolutely think it's likely there will be accumulating snow in the Columbia River Gorge and the Hood River Valley, at least in the Hood River Valley, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. It could be anywhere from a couple inches to as much as 4 or 5 inches of snow. So that's what's coming to the gorge. Now, during the day tomorrow, I think this is correct, where temperatures will be warming back up to 41 degrees. Could be more snow showers, though, Thursday night. This is kind of on again, off again. And then into Friday and into Saturday. Reason to believe that Friday could be a mixed bag, but look at Saturday, all cold, 10 to 20 degrees in the gorge. This would be heavy snow, winter storm conditions, maybe a good foot of snow in Hood River, for example. And then I don't know if the chance of snow lingers into Sunday or Monday. That might start to clear out, but clearly the gorge forecast is looking dicey with the potential of a significant snowstorm Friday night into Saturday. So we will keep an eye on all of that. The coast, meanwhile, is looking great. Look at this beautiful shot. Some blue breaks in the cloud cover. This is the camera at Depot Bay. It sits right on the coast there at the Channel House location in Depot Bay, I should say. Beautiful little kind of boutique hotel to stay. See how the waves look kind of choppy? There are reports of seas as high as 28 feet in the marine forecast. Wow, that's crazy, crazy busy. The coast largely is going to be avoiding winter weather, including Friday night, including Saturday. I think it's just rain for you folks. So perhaps some good news for you there. All right, what are we looking at? Here's a satellite picture. Forget about the big curl. See you see this low up here, the north one, just off the tail of the Aleutian Islands right here. Notice how there's this fetch of moisture. This is, you could call this an atmospheric river. Atmospheric rivers don't have to be tropical in nature. This is a long fetch of elongated moisture flowing right toward us, right? So we're getting some breaks in the cloud cover, but right in here, this is what comes in mid-evening, 8, 9 o'clock. We'll start to all of a sudden get into steady rain as this moisture plume moves in. And there is some colder air with this. Snow weather models have been insistent for several days, and now they're doubling down on the fact that we will see low snow levels move in overnight tonight. And stick with me, I'm going to get to that. So first off, how much rain? This is very wet weather coming in this evening, overnight tonight. So this acts like a radar. Here we are at 4 o'clock. We've got just scattered light showers in the valley, and then rain amounts are really picking up. I actually misspoke. This is not like the radar. This is picking up total amounts of precipitation. Most of the numbers you're looking at is what comes in this evening and then continues to fall overnight into tomorrow morning. So what are we looking at here? Most forecast models show similar numbers. This gives Portland just this evening through the night 77/100ths of an inch. It gives similar amounts of around a half of an inch, or maybe a little bit more along the coast. It gives Tillamook about an inch. Heavier amounts up in the Cascades. So let's say there's at least a half of an inch of moisture in the valley. If that changes over to snow, and you live up in elevation, boy, that's enough for 4, 5, 6 inches of snow in a heartbeat, right? That brings me to this next map. Again, we're talking about this evening into overnight tonight. Big plume of solid moisture coming in, still gusty winds blowing at times from the west, southwest, and low snow levels. How low? I'll get to that in a moment. But right now, what this is showing, let me go ahead and play this. This is set through Wednesday. Let me back it up a little bit. All right, this is set through tonight into Wednesday morning. Notice the gray spots. It gives like some dustings, maybe a half of an inch. It gives that possibility in the low elevations, including Marion County, but especially up here in the North Valley. This is right here. See the blue? That's catching part of the West Hills and even down into Forest Park, right? That's showing, if you look at the legend, that's showing 2, 3, 4 inches of snow. And then hefty snow amounts up in the Cascades. Remember that ongoing forecast for 12 to 40 inches of snow up there through tonight. All right. And then it's picking up some heavier snow amounts in the upper elevations of the Coast Range. Actually, there could be, if you're traveling in the Coast Range overnight tonight, tomorrow morning, certainly some snow sticking to the roadways below 1,000 feet. So you'll want to check conditions tomorrow morning before you go up into the Coast Range, or if you're going tonight. So I'm going to get to the more details on the low snow levels in a moment, but that sets the table for the fact that if you live up in elevation tonight, by up in elevation, I mean 500 feet and higher, you have a really good chance of at least seeing snow in the air, if not sticking snow by morning. Again, more coming up on that. Okay, I want to jump now. I'm showing you the flow patterns, then I'm going to get to the forecast conclusions. I want to jump to Friday. So here's Friday. Here's the Arctic air. Whoa, it's dipping quickly into Missouri. This is this Friday. The Arctic boundary over eastern Oregon and Washington. Look at this low out here. This low out here, which is Pacific moisture coming in, quickly arrives Friday overnight into Saturday. Look at that. Look at all the cold air out here. Here's what's interesting. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I prepared my forecast to give you between 1 and 2 o'clock, just an hour plus ago. An hour or so ago, let me back up this, and watch my cursor. An hour or so ago, this Arctic air was more spilling over western Washington, coming down to the Columbia River, and it would be in place and absolutely sending an east wind flow while this low moved in Friday night, Saturday. That was east wind blowing Arctic air through the gorge at low levels into Pacific moisture coming in, combining for likely ice. Now, the update is the low moves all the way in, which does change things, and the Arctic air maybe moves out. So, I mean, I'm just now seeing this information and relaying it to you. So my thought here is we could still see a period of snow to ice Friday night, but then there's with east winds still blowing through the gorge, but then there's a better chance if you stare at this that we could potentially warm up during Saturday afternoon, get some rain and start to pull out of it. But you get the idea that the timing and the individual variables are still all over the place. And at the end of the day, the forecast for Friday night and Saturday is still very, very much in question. Now, with that said, let's talk about some conclusions that make sense to me right now. I-5 corridor tonight, up and down I-5, right? Possible sticking snow at low elevations. General snow level for 32-degree temps overnight and sticking snow. This is not a slam dunk. It may be higher, but it's at least a 50-50 shot of the general snow level tonight coming down 250 feet to 500 feet. 500 feet, you pretty much got to be up in the metro hills somewhere. 250 feet, a lot of people live at 200 to 250 feet. I do, up in Vancouver, out in Hillsboro, down into Salem. So that impacts a lot of people. Metro hills, especially up in elevation of 500 feet, could see 2 to 6 inches of wet snow. Remember, it's a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of moisture coming in overnight. If that drives snow levels down, which it could, boy, that really turns into a snow event in some of these metro hills. This is tonight. With all of that said, high confidence of Portland City Center, which is really low near sea level, stays wet with temperatures holding in the mid-30s. Could be some snow in the air, but the roads are wet. Temperatures stay above freezing. Low temperature anywhere from 30 in the colder spots up in the hills, etc., to as warm as 38 degrees. Okay. So I can't guarantee the snow level gets as low as this says it does. I can't guarantee this is like any widespread snow. It's probably checkerboard, scattered stuff. But I can tell you the warning has been thrown out. So, get up early in the morning, take a look at what's going on outside and see what you ended up with, if that makes sense. All right, let's move on. No, I need to back up. I'm sorry. Okay. I did show you this map, or I haven't yet. This shows you the winter weather advisory for potential snow tonight in the North Valley. This does not include Salem. A lot of the forecast models have been showing Salem stays above freezing with just rain, but that's not a guarantee. Not a guarantee. You folks need to pay attention as well. Accumulating snow into the Gorge and the Hood River, absolutely. We talked about that. The blizzard warning still over the Cascades. And notice the winter storm warning in Madras and down into Bend. And I am going to come back to that in just a second as well. Okay, so real quick, today we're just seeing rain. Talked about the snow tonight. Here's Wednesday. We're just back to rain showers. Wednesday, the snow level pops back up to 1,500 feet. Thursday is actually a little bit warmer and a little bit quieter. The more dry weather than we've been seeing. Snow level actually comes up to 2,000 feet, 44. Friday morning, no issues. And then Friday afternoon, depending on where the Arctic boundary is, we could slip into a mix that could be snow Friday evening and then change into sleet or freezing rain overnight. And if we really feed off of the Arctic air with an east wind in the gorge, we'd be in the mid-20s on Saturday. See sleet and freezing rain throughout the day with significant icing. Could be a half of an inch of ice accumulating with temperatures not getting above 32. And then all the moisture ends and we go dry on Sunday, we go dry on Monday, and eventual warming. Sunday could be up into the 40s. Dr. Martin Luther King Day could be mid-40s. It could be a real fast warm-up. Again, the models still are inconsistent on where the Arctic boundary sets up. That will drive how strong the east winds are, how long a period of any winter weather is. But boy, just keep an eye on this bullseye of Friday and Saturday. You saw on the watch warning map that we have winter storm warnings over in Central Oregon. Here's the Sun River Resort camera this afternoon. If you look at the tables, that looks like at least 4, 5, 6 inches of snow on the back of the resort lodge. If you're familiar with the area, this is the back patio. The little mini golf course is over here by the pond, and the golf driving practice area is back over there. The Bend, Oregon temperatures for Bend, 41 degrees. I think that's a little warm. Sun River definitely colder that we just saw. Chance of snow tomorrow, 28 to 34. But fast forward to Friday, 12 to 38. Cold nights. Accumulating snow Thursday night, Friday day. Saturday, what could be a wintry mix of some ice and snow. And then Sunday, 11. This really bites on cold temperatures, 11 to 30 degrees. I want to go ahead and, because some of you folks have said you want more information from Central Oregon. Look at this. This is the forecast for Camp Sherman, Lapine, and Sisters, okay? A little closer to the mountains, a little colder, better chance of snow in Sisters than Bend. But still, blizzard warning through 4 o'clock tomorrow. Winter storm watch in effect from late Wednesday night through Sunday morning. So let's look at that period. Friday, snow, maybe heavy at times. Friday night, rain or snow heavy at times. Saturday, rain or snow maybe heavy at times. There's enough moisture that if the temperatures are cold enough, this is 1 to 2 feet of snow in the Sisters area easily. And you can make the case that Bend could get a foot of snow. On the cold side of the Cascades with east winds feeding off of that Arctic air mass. So you folks need to be on guard for heavy snow amounts into the weekend over in Central Oregon. And with that said, I'll click you back to Portland 7-day. I'm meteorologist Rod Hill. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My weather site's portlandweather.com, and I may have a completely different story by tomorrow of what to expect Friday night and Saturday. Until then, I'll wish you a good afternoon.